Well, it looks like silver's taking somewhat of a bounce after the slaughter on Friday, but it's too early to tell. But I'm kind of sticking with that conviction that I think it's going to bounce. That's just my opinion. You know what they say about opinions. Everybody's got one, right? Anyway, silver's got magical properties, just like chrome on bikes. But I'm going to get on to a couple things here. I saw something the Eastwatch posted about Link with Jim Sinclair. Very interesting about his take on things. Jim Sinclair, right? And I got that from the Eastwatch. It was a good link because I'm subscribed to him, and I guess he subscribed to me or something. But it was about what Jim Sinclair said about the outcome of the election. And, he could be right. He could be right. If Romney wins, we might have about 9 months until everything crashes because maybe they're going to get rid of Bernanke. But, my take on that is maybe not, because I think Romney is kind of like, a sail that's not in the wind. He just, he's like the Bill Clinton version of what the Republicans throw out. He just goes whatever which way you want. He's a pleaser, he's a personality, or whatever. That's all he is. So I'm not 100% sure if Bernanke would be thrown out if Romney was president. But if he was, Jim Sinclair says that. And that makes sense. That makes sense that, the catastrophic collapse of the dollar would occur much earlier. That makes sense to me. But I'm not sure if they're going to get rid of Bernanke or change something where in any fundamental way. So maybe they'd get rid of Bernanke and replace him with somebody just like him or even more QE orientated. So he expects if Obama's around, it's going to be going for at least a couple more years, 2015 to 2016, the U.S. dollar collapse. That's pretty interesting. And I'm going to say something unpopular here, but I always had the impression, I know Bernanke's good for us in the metals because of the quantitative easing. Actually, that's what's driving the metals up, and it will. It will. I think, I don't know, I think this was a temporary scare, but I could be wrong. But anyway, so I think Bernanke actually in a lot of ways, it's like, what the hell could he do? It's one guy, you got to remember, the Federal Reserve, the whole principle of his this and that and all this bad stuff. But, it's one guy. I don't think that guy's that bad, to tell you the truth. It's my gut reaction. I'm sorry, but that's my gut reaction. I don't think that guy's as bad as you think he is. It's like, what the hell can he do? Really, what the hell can he do? The best course of action is to do the QE in small steps as possible without upsetting things as much as you can, and just see how long you can stretch it out, because the more you buy time, the better you might find a solution. It's just like in any business. If you buy time, something may come up. Something may come up. You buy in time. That's always what it is. I'm going to put something out here kind of unpopular maybe. Well, first show your Kitco. It's not really the, I know David Morgan says the real spot prices on CME, not Kitco. That these guys are called market makers, but that's interesting. I found out from Mr. David Morgan. But anyway, I'm going to stick in with these doing these silver videos because I've always had too much of a keen interest in finance, and I'm just shooting from the hip a lot of times. But believe me, my senses are up there, and I've been in the financial area for a while. But the other thing is, sometimes I sense BS, and I want to put my opinion out there. But I actually, on here on YouTube, I'd say the majority of my money is definitely not made off the silver videos, without a doubt. So if you think I'm just doing this for money, I'm not. It's really like, it's an interest of mine. But so, and it's like I'm not like a large YouTuber, so I mean you figure it out, you figure it out. So what the hell am I making off a video, $1.50 or something, God. Anyway, so I want to point out something, I was getting annoyed with this guy connecting dots too. I think he's all right, to tell you the truth. He's like, he gets all pissed off, but I notice people get pissed off, usually they're truthful. Sometimes, you know what I mean? Like, truthful people get pissed off sometimes. But I was getting aggravated, so I said, not enough of this shit. So I said, block. But I don't really have nothing against this guy. I think this guy's okay, even though I blocked him. Because I'm just like, I don't want to put up with the crap, So I just want to make up a little public statement why I did that. So whatever. But he put something on here. I was reading this, and I don't know if this is true or not, but he says, but my take, man, I don't know. People would could kill me again, but I swear, my take on this Greg Vegas, whatever his name is, Marino guy. I don't know. Something didn't jive right with the way he was coming off. And it's just that I got to be really quick on picking up on people. At least that's what I always had to be, right? I had to be better at that than anything. That goes a lot further than anything, believe me. Something didn't jive with this guy. It seemed like BS. I don't know. So, but I didn't want to get into anything on this too much. But he said this. He says Greg was not a trader. This is what Connecting Dots is saying. He was actually a nurse in New York City and not an insider as he pretends to be. He moved to Vegas, wrote a book on how to win blackjack and multi-deck games. In 2009, wrote financial booklet, now sells books on Amazon's. So I said, that's interesting. So he might be right. I don't know. But, let me put it this way. I could talk some shit too. Like I'm thinking of myself, the word blackjack picked up on here, blackjack. Now, if I talk some crap and I said, my cousin's ex, which, I know, he was, he still is, or he's not, I don't know if he's involved in that, but some years ago, he got caught up. He was like the top few people in the largest gambling ring that was ever busted in the state of New Jersey. It's not bullshit. My cousin's ex, right? And, Genovese crime family hooked in with that. The head guy was nicknamed, I'll tell you that, Elvis, because he had all this Elvis stuff. Now, my cousin's ex, he don't write a book about what the hell he does. He wins. Like, he'll win $50,000 or some more at playing blackjack in a day at a casino in Atlantic City. He was actually, I don't know, I'm spilling you don't know who the hell I am anyway. That's why I'm going to put my freaking name out here. But I don't really give a shit because there's people that I know some of these stories once in a while, but I don't tell them much. But you see, I can come on here. I got to throw a bunch of bullshit out here big time. That ain't bullshit, though, what I'm telling you. And, he was actually banned from a lot of the casinos because he was doing that good. But he's a very generous guy. Very generous. He was actually named, what the hell was it, Man of the Year or something like that in one of the towns up there. He even gave this, she was like in bad, having all these bad problems. He gave her a house. A freaking house. How's that? Wish somebody give me a house, but I don't need one, so I got one, no mortgage on it. But, you know what I mean. And, I could say, well, I'm hooked in with this and I'm hooked in with that. I can tell you all the deal on this and that. It's, I mean, I could really throw a real spin out here if I wanted to. There's a lot more I could tell you, too. So, maybe I see through some of this bullshit. And so I'm like, maybe I'll comment on it. But I don't care. But I don't want to see anybody getting led around by the nose like these people know what the hell they're doing. Hey, if you know what they're doing, just put your money down. That's what I always say. You know what you're doing? Put your money down. You're going to be like filthy rich in no time at all. I don't know. I don't know. I just think, like I've maintained it all along, I'm not even betting leverage. The only thing I'm in on leverage is some of the oil. But, that might play out one point in time, and I'll just sell it when the Middle East blows up, So, anyway, it looks like maybe silver's springing back up again. And maybe it's too damn early to tell. But, I'm hopeful, just like everybody else. Let's get this damn thing up to about $80 or so. You get rid of a few of them. And, wait for the big implosion. But that's a very interesting theory. I want to repeat that and maybe leave you with that thought. Supposedly if Romney wins, maybe they'll get rid of Bernanke. And if they possibly get rid of Bernanke, you might see the end of the dollar a lot faster. You know, that's a little like makes me wonder what the hell's going to happen with silver or gold if there is this major collapse. But you know, I think I still feel a lot better being into metals than paper. And it's probably true that when the things finally do collapse, some of the most wealthy in the country are going to be upside down. We've seen this happen before. It's not unlikely. It's happened before. But you know, I don't know if you've seen one of my other videos, but if you actually do make a lot of money on silver, your problems aren't over with yet. So, you know, calm down. Don't worry about it. You know, there's a lot of other things you can do and have fun with in life. So, money ain't everything. Let me put it that way, too. So, all right, over and out.